Well, you guys know that I'm always filming a bunch of videos back to back, so I kind of will film whatever needs to be done outside of my sort of studio room, and then I'll come in and do the intro and outro to several videos in one sitting. So that's why you usually see me wearing the same makeup, jewelry, clothing kind of thing. But I thought ahead this time. I thought you guys would be real proud of me because I wanted to show you this sort of matte nude makeup look that I'm wearing. And I bet if I've published other videos wearing this look ahead of this one, there's probably going to be comments or, you know, requests for this look. So let me just zoom in a little. Not much to it. There's no shimmer and it's just a really matte look. I think it looks very, very natural, but it's kind of an enhanced look. I'm wearing makeup, but I'm not totally, you know, deep, dark colors, rich for nighttime. This could be a daytime or an evening wear look, just very nude natural. That's all I can say. So here's how you get that look. All I have on is my moisturizer with sunblock. I'm going to start by applying my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in light pale. I love having olive skin, but one disadvantage is you really get deep dark under eye circles. And if you get blemishes or scarring, the pigmentation can be quite dramatic and they also need covering up. I choose an under eye concealer that's a couple shades lighter than my foundation. This is intentional because I think that the under eye circles are so dark, and then once I cover up with powder, it kind of blends in with the foundation color anyway. I always try to be gentle when working on the skin around my eyes, never tugging or pulling, and if I do rub it, it's gently with my ring fingers. And I use a lot of patting motions to push the product into the skin. Next, I'm applying my Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream Makeup in 250 medium beige with my Real Technique stippling brush. There's an inner cap that comes inside the product, and I'm just taking the product off of that and dabbing it on my brush, and then I'm distributing it all over my face before I start brushing it in. I love this brush for liquid or cream foundations. It really works the product in. It has a lot of soft fibers that are delicate on your face, and it just really pushes it into all the fine lines, crevices around the eye area. I absolutely love them. And I'm singing, by the way, in case you're wondering why my mouth is moving. I just deleted that track to spare you. I'm spending a lot of time really working this into my skin. I don't want it to look like I have foundation on. I want it to look like my own skin, but it's glowing. And then on top of that, if you have a moist foundation that you're going to put powder on, you don't want it to look cakey. So I'm taking the extra time in this step to really work the foundation in my skin. You also see me blend this right over my hairline and kind of into my ears a little bit, down the jaw and neck, and that's because I don't want there to be any visible lines where the coloring of the skin looks different. That's why I always wear my hair out of my face when I'm putting my makeup on. Now I'll be applying Maybelline Dreamlumi Touch Highlighting Concealer in Ivory. I begin by inspecting my face for any red blemishes, and I don't seem to have any. So I'm going to work a little on my cheek where I have some of that pigmentation that I talked about earlier for having olive skin and blemishes long ago. I also have one on my neck. Usually the first thing I ever do is curl my lashes before I put anything on my face, but for some reason I forgot, so I'm doing that now. Since we're going for that matte effect, next I'm going to apply Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder in 004 Sandstorm, and I'll be using my Real Techniques powder brush. I love the Real Techniques brushes. I first heard about them on YouTube, and I got a travel pack, which I think had 3 brushes in it, and I bought an extra one. But they're half the price or less of the high-end brushes, and I think they work just as well. Next, I'm going to apply Bare Minerals Ready Bronzer in the Skinny Dip with my Sonia Kashuk large angled brush. I'm not sure why, but I feel like this bronzer in particular just doesn't come off. It's packed in, I guess, and you really have to put a lot of product on the brush. I just find that, I don't know, it almost feels like it has a skim coat on it, unlike the NYX products where you just barely have to tap your brush in and you get a lot of product. Now see how I already have shadow and depth right here on my forehead? That's where I'm applying the bronzer. And also my nose has a little bump in it, and I like to have that appear to be receded, so I apply it right there on the bump. Then I follow it down onto my jawline, and in the hollows of my cheeks. Next I'll be applying NYX blush in Terracotta with my Real Techniques multitask brush. As I said, NYX products are highly pigmented, so not only am I going to just tap the brush, but I'm going to blow on it too. And I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones. This is a really pretty bronzy color, and it goes perfectly for the look I'm trying to achieve here. It went on just a little bit darker than I'd wanted, so I'm just going to use my powder brush and go over it. I didn't reload any more product onto it, just the brush. Now I'm going to apply some brow color using my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit and the lighter shade. I'll be applying it with my Japanesque brow definer brush. Even though this is the lighter of the 2 tones in this palette, I still feel like it's a little bit dark for my brows, or maybe it's just darker than what I'm used to. And I sure wish I had lovely arched eyebrows, but I don't. Because the edges seem a little bit lined and defined more than I wanted to, I just brush through it, and it gives it a softer, more natural look. This is my favorite toothbrush for doing my brows. Can you see how old it is? I've had it for years. And even though this is upside down, it's my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm using this to prime my eyelids. I've just noticed since making these videos that I put a lot of my makeup on by feel. I don't use the mirror for a lot, so I wonder how I would do in one of those makeup challenges with no mirror. I guess I would do pretty good. And sometimes you may notice me putting my makeup on looking into the viewfinder of the camera. So that's like a 2-inch screen. Doing pretty well. Next I'm applying NYX Nude Matte Shadow in Blame It on Midnight, and I'll be using my Sonia Kashuk large eyeshadow brush. I may buy another of this exact brush because it is the perfect brush for applying eyeshadow to my lids. Its long bristles and flat shape give it just the right touch for applying shadows to the lid. And as I told you I like to do in another video, I apply just enough shadow to outline the area that I want to apply this. Then I build up layers, so you'll see that I'm going back to the first eye I started with to apply more product. This deepens the color and makes sure that I'm staying within the boundary line I've created and not going outside of that. My crease color is going to be NYX Nude Matte Shadow in Dance the Tides, and I'll be applying it with the Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush. Again, just dabbing the color in to the outline that I want it, and then I'll be building up color. But these NYX products are so pigmented that I'm not really putting the brush into the product all that much. I really just tapped it in once or twice. So be careful using NYX. I love them because there's such a huge amount of pigment in this shadow line, and you don't have to use a lot of product to get the effect that you want. And this shadow color is going right into the crease of the eye, but as I told you before, I don't have much space between my brow and my lashes, so I put it a little bit higher onto the brow bone. You can see where the pigmentation of my skin tone changes, and that's basically what I'm going for, is to make that appear to be deeper and more receded than it actually is. And as always, I check for symmetry. My go-to corner color again is MAC Espresso, and I'll be applying that with my Sonia Kashuk pointed blending brush. For my highlight color, I'm using a off-white or ivory cream matte shadow, and I'll be applying that with my MAC 217 shadow brush. I have that studio eyeshadow that they used to sell at Sears, and they no longer sell makeup anymore, so that's why I don't bother telling you the brand and color of that. Just any matte shadow will do. And again, applying that right under the brow, and I wanted to brighten up the inside area of the lid just a little bit. Of course, I went overboard, not realizing that this shadow was so pigmented. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush now and sort of blend it out using my Bare Essentials full tapered shadow brush. And my fingers. Now to apply mascara, my Great Lash by Maybelline is my go-to mascara. In my last makeup tutorial video, I showed you how I use my little handheld mirror on the magnified side below my chin and above my head to apply my mascara to my upper and lower lashes. So I decided to use the camera's viewfinder to show you exactly what I'm seeing when I use the mirror. This is not easy to do, so you'll notice that I get mascara everywhere. It's not clear, it's not magnified, and it does give me the effect that I want by showing you what I see, but just know that I'll go back and correct the mistakes that I'm making here. But see how you can see all of your lashes? This would be holding the mirror below your chin to apply the mascara to the top lashes. Then I changed the placement of the mirror, or in this case the camera, to show you how I put it above my head to really see those finer lower lashes. You can't get this detailed a view by looking straight on into the mirror to put your mascara on. And remember, I don't make this many mistakes with mascara all over my face when I'm actually using the real mirror. Next, I took a Sonia Kashuk smudge brush and applied the espresso in the form of my upper and lower eyeliner. And I'm going to be applying Ardell Fashion Lashes using my starter kit once again. I forgot to hit the record button, so one lash is already on and my eyeliner's done, but I'll put a link to my previous video where I showed you how I put on my lashes and my eyeliner. Sorry about that. As usual, the first lash went on easy peasy. The second lash, I actually had glue or adhesive on the applicator and I got it put right on my lid and it popped right off. So I left that unedited so you can see there are trials and tribulations when using the false lashes. Sometimes they go on wonderfully and easy, and other times you have to work at it a bit. Okay, there, that wasn't so bad after all. The glue will dry clear eventually. Give it time. Now for lips. I'm using this Club Monaco lip pencil in Bare. And I found that it went on really dry, and I probably should have just stopped the video and sharpened it a bit to take off that outer layer because I hadn't used it in a while. I think it dried a little bit, and if I had shaved a bit off with the pencil, it would have given me a new layer. But stubborn as I am, I just went ahead and tried to film pressing really hard on my lips. I don't recommend that. Now for lipstick, I'm applying NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color London. This is the first lipstick I've tried in this line, and I really like the formula. It's not drying like a lipstick, but it's not smooth like a lip gloss. It's somewhere in between. And it has a doe foot applicator like a lip gloss, making it easy to apply. And for those of us who live in hot, humid climates, I can feel comfortable leaving this in the car and not worry about it melting as I would with a lipstick in a tube. That's the completed matte nude makeup look. Everything I've used is matte, no shimmer finish, and I really like the results. Well, there you have it. I hope you can go home and at least, if you can't find some exact, cosmetics that I use by brand, or you're choosing a different line, try to go with something in the same tone with the same sort of finish, so no shimmer in it. And you can achieve the look for less. So if you want to do a video response, yeah, you can link that down below. I'm always curious what's out there. In fact, one of my subscribers had said on another video of mine that they were going to try my coffee, I think it was my coffee beverage video, and she was going to try something and put it on her channel, maybe a little alteration to it, so I'm looking for that one. And yeah, if you want to take my ideas and go do them on your channel and maybe put a video response, please feel free to do so, and leave your comments. I want to know what you think. Also, to those women who say that their eyes are looking crepey, when the eyelids get softer or looser, or they're not as, they got more fine lines in them, like mine do. I'm sure you can see in the video. We tend to stay away from shimmers, and this is also a good look for that kind of eye. And that's me. I'm in there with you. As we're getting older, your skin around your eyes definitely starts to get softer, and the brushes kind of move the skin instead of go over them softly like they used to. Yeah, it's not pretty. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up for this time. I've got more intros and outros for you coming up soon, so please subscribe if you like this channel and want to see more videos from me. Otherwise, leave your comments. I read every single one and I try to respond to each one. Thanks for watching. Bye.